Hey guys, what's going on? Garenex here, bringing you another video on Genshin Impact. We are less than a week away from Zhongli's banner. There is a lot of hype surrounding this unit. So in this video, let's take a look at his skill kit and see how you can build him. So Zhongli is a 5-star Geo character that uses polearm. He will be the second polearm user in the game, first being Xiangling, and Xiao will be the third one coming in the future. So his normal attack, Rain of Stone, performs up to 6 rapid strikes, and the charge attack consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, causing stone spears to fall along his path. So you can see the animation here, really cool animation. I love how he kicks his spear and also how he summons spears from the sky when doing the charge attack. So his elemental skill has 2 effects depending on whether you press or you hold the skills. So his skill is called Dominus Lapidus. So when you tap it, so it summons a Stone Steely dealing AoE Geo damage. Additionally, the Stone Steely will resonate with other Geo construct in the vicinity, dealing Geo damage to surrounding enemies. The Stone Steely is considered a Geo construct and can be both climbed and used to block attacks. Only one Steely may exist at any one time. And when you hold the skill, it causes nearby Geo energy to explode, causing the following effects. Number 1, creates a Shield of Jade. The shield's damage absorption scales based on Zhongli's max HP and absorbs Geo damage 250% more effectively. Number 2, deals AoE Geo damage. And number 3, if there are nearby targets with a Geo element, it will drain a large amount of Geo elements from a maximum of 2 such targets. This effect does not cause damage. So what it does is that it drains the HP of a Geo shield, so it can break the shield easily. This only affects 2 enemies, as you can see from the animation. His elemental burst, Planet Befall, brings a falling meteor down to earth, dealing massive Geo damage to opponents caught in its AoE and apply petrification status to them. So petrified enemies become immobilized. Right here on Honey Impact, we can see the numbers for his skills and other information. So his Ascension stats is Geo damage bonus, same as Ningguang. And you can see the multipliers for his skills as well. I will put the link in the description below so you can have a look on your own. For now, let's take a look at his passives. So his passive number 1 refunds 15% of ores used when crafting polearm type weapon. This isn't very useful. There's only 2 polearm characters so far, including himself, and Xiao will only be coming later, so you won't be crafting a lot of polearms. His second passive, when a Jade shield takes damage, it will fortify. So fortified characters have 5% increased shield strength, can stack up to 5 times and last until the Jade shield disappears. And his third passive, Planet Befall, deals additional damage equals to 33% of Zhongli's max HP. So this is where Zhongli will start to deal insane amount of damage if you build him with a lot of HP. Now let's take a look at his Constellations. So C1 increases the maximum number of Stone Steelies created by Dominus Lapidus that may exist simultaneously to 2. So essentially it doubles your damage output. C2, Planet Befall grants nearby characters on the field a Jade Shield when it descends, so it provides a little support and survivability to your team. C3 increases the level of Dominus Lapidus by 3, maximum upgrade level is 15. This equates to more damage. C4 increases Planet Befall's AoE by 20% and increases the duration of Planet Befall's petrification effect by 2 seconds. This gives you a longer crowd control ability. C5 increases the level of Planet Befall by 3, maximum upgrade level is 15, so this equates to more damage again. And C6, when the Jade Shield takes damage, 40% of their incoming damage is converted to HP for the current character. A single instance of regeneration cannot exceed 8% of that character's maximum HP. So this gives you a bit of healing, making it so that he's able to sustain himself. So based on his kit, I feel like he can be both a main DPS or a support DPS. Both will have different playstyle and hence different builds. So let's talk about him being a main DPS first. Now if you want to use him as a main DPS, I would suggest going for a physical damage build. That is because a main DPS unit will stay on the field and deal damage for a long time. His elemental skill has a very low cooldown. If you press it, it's only 4 seconds. However, the multiplier is also very low. And even if you hold it, the damage multiplier is not very high as well. At level 6 it's only 112% and the cooldown increases to 12 seconds. So you cannot really rely on his elemental skills to deal damage. His burst has a very low energy requirement, only 40, and has a very low cooldown as well of 12 seconds. However, you still need to deal damage while your burst is in cooldown. So normal attacks are your only way of dealing damage while waiting for your burst cooldown. So you can go with a 4-piece Bloodstain for physical damage bonus and increased charge attack damage. Or you can go with a 4-piece Retracing Blight. Since he can give himself a shield, the 4-piece effect will greatly increase his damage. Or you can go with a 2-piece Bloodstain for physical damage bonus and a 2-piece Noblesse Oblige for elemental burst damage. This is if you want to spam normal attacks and not use charge attack. Also considering that his burst has a low cooldown and energy requirement, the 2-piece effect from Noblesse will benefit him a lot. For the stats, you want to look for attack percent for timepiece, physical damage bonus for goblet, and attack percent or crit rate or crit damage for your headpiece. As for substats, you want to look for attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and HP percent. For weapons, you can take any of the 5-star weapons, they are all good for him, especially the Vortex Vanquisher. This is the newly announced polearm that should be coming together with Zhongli's banner. For 4-star options, you can go with the Crescent Pike. This is the best option. It's craftable too, so it's accessible for free-to-play players. If you are a paying player, the Black Cliff pole is pretty decent as well. If you already have a main DPS and you want to use him as a support DPS, the best build will be going for a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. This is to take advantage of his low cooldown, low energy burst, so you just switch him out, burst, and then switch back to your main DPS to deal damage. So the 4-piece Noblesse Oblige will increase his burst damage by 20%, additionally also increases your main DPS attack by 20%. For this playstyle, we want to increase his burst damage as much as possible, so the main stats that you want to look for is HP percent for the timepiece, geo damage bonus for the goblet, and HP percent for the headpiece. For the substats, you want to look for HP percent, attack percent, energy recharge, crit rate, and crit damage. For this particular playstyle, I don't really recommend crit rate and crit damage too much. This is because his burst only has 1 hit. So rather than wasting a stat slot on a chance, I would prefer to go for more consistent DPS, which is to go for either attack or HP. For weapons, there really isn't a perfect weapon for this playstyle in my opinion. You can really take any of the weapons that were mentioned just now depending on the stats that you need, whether you need more attack or energy recharge. As for team comps, you can really put him in any team comp since Geo doesn't have any offensive reactions with any other elements, but since he has a shield, you can utilize the Geo Resonance to increase his damage while being protected by a shield. So you can use characters like Ningguang, Noel, or Geo MC for that. Then maybe you can use Bennett as a healer and attack booster, then throw in another Pyro character for the 25% attack boost, or you can throw in characters like Venti for more crowd control, or use other elements for breaking shields. So with the information we have as of now, that is how I would build Zhongli. I hope this video will give you some insights and ideas on how to build your Zhongli, so you can prepare before the banner drops. Join my Discord if you wish to discuss more about character builds, link will be in the description below. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it for today, take care and have a great day ahead.